It's time to bring back the one and only more Glaives strategy, and if you haven't seen this, you're in for a treat. This strategy is crazy. Basically, you get a whole bunch of Glaive, and with that many Glaives, the Glaives just fly literally everywhere, affecting all the balloons on the screen. And then, of course, with enough of them and damage debuffs and all, they do actually a pretty good amount of damage. Now, I did this strategy a while ago on quad, and I got, I think, around like 24,000 cash spare. It wasn't very impressive, but that was a very bad approach of doing it. It wasn't very effective, so I'm going to be ramping things up. We're going to be going a little bit crazy and getting 55,000 cash spare, which is a pretty decent amount, and let's just get right into it. This one's definitely a really cool strategy, and for black border effectiveness, it actually can be pretty darn good. It just has a few weaknesses. If you play it with Gwen, the DDT weakness is automatically countered. Gwen will make them deal a lot of damage to DDTs and just completely annihilate them. Gwen also giving extra damage to lead balloons is kind of what helps that, so the DDTs get shredded. And then round 100 is just an issue, but that's a pretty simple fix. So overall, you just might need a little bit extra beef against round 98, which I found was really the only issue. I was able to get all the way up there without having to get much, but the early game and mid game are pretty darn easy because you can, well, get a glaive ricochet into a more glaives, and that just does a lot to the early game. On quad, it was a little bit more complicated. I just had to get a little bit extra to get myself going, but very quickly I was able to get this more glaives up, and everything was chill on the road. I got one as a 402 just because I'm going to need to have something to deal with the leads in the early game, but after that, the rest will just be 420 because they will work better with damage debuffs. Now, instead of the approach last time where I had some stuff on each side with some spike factories to help out, I'm just going to be going for a little ice platform, and then with two villages in the middle, I can get some pretty good discounts. Well, it's just one discount, so I guess it's not pretty good, but I was able to get a nice 4-2 village in the middle with discount on top, and then everything can go around it. Now, this is going to be a lot better. A lot more stuff's going to be under Gwen range, and I'm also using the Desperado to take out round 100. It's going to be a Blazing Sun with a Bounty Hunter. This is also going to be doing a lot of damage to ZOMGs, which will help out a lot on 98, but I'm still going to need a bit more help for that. Other than that, the Blazing Sun doesn't really do as much as I wanted to. It can also help with some cleanup a little bit. If there's ceramics that are leaking, it can do that. But usually the more glaives will be able to cover them. That only really works if there's like a BFB that pops super late, and the Blazing Sun just has to clear the ceramics from inside that one exclusively. It takes a little bit of time for the more Glaives to pop the ceramics, but with so many of them, and if the buff is going with the heated up, then they'll take it out pretty fast. But basically that makes this mid game really easy. I'm getting this Desperado up, it's doing a lot of single target damage, it's going to take out the Moab layers, and obviously all these more Glaives can clean up. And there's some also different approaches that I was thinking. I was thinking of particularly using Glue Storm instead of the Desperado, well, the Blazing Sun and the Bounty Hunter, and then having some tax to take out round 100. With the Glue Storm, that also means you can cut Gwen for perhaps Psy, which might be pretty interesting. That would alleviate all the issues on round 98, and my thoughts is that that would be able to get a cheaper overall save up. There might still be some issues on 100, you might have to spend a little bit more money, but it's a potential optimization, or well, not much of an optimization, a completely different approach that could work out a little bit better. And of course, just using Glaive Lord, if you can manage to use Glaive Lord correctly, will be able to be a lot cheaper than this, just because that tower is still a pretty strong tower, I'd say. Definitely on quad Chimps it is. So maybe that's a fun thing that I could try doing, bringing back Glaive Lord and see how that will run around. But yeah, it's really cool, super satisfying strategy, just seeing the Glaives fly across the entire map. And if there's like one BFB that they're shooting at, they'll all go in a straight line to the other one, and it's just a lot of fun. Really cool strategy, and it will even work for black borders too, as I mentioned. So I'm just gonna be carrying on. You get a bunch more of these guys. Only Gwen gets an Alec buff. There's really nothing else that is worth giving them, besides if you can get like a Glue Storm or whatnot, that would really help out a lot. But yeah, we're gonna be moving on with this. It's time to go into the late game over here, and I decided to get one Moab press on this side. It's just that those ZMGs were really pushing very far and I didn't like it. This probably wasn't really the best of ideas in all honesty. I think that, especially with the issues on round 98, it would have been more wise to get another more Glaives instead, or perhaps a Moab glue on the other side. I do have one Relentless glue that I'm going to be trying to use Bounty Hunter as much as possible for the extra range, but it really just doesn't get as much as I wanted it to do. So perhaps using the 2 Moab glues instead would have worked out a little bit better, especially because Relentless Glue is more effective when you have a weaker cleanup compared to stronger single target, which isn't the case here. So that might have been something that I did a little bit wrong, but otherwise it isn't much of a big deal that Relentless Glue was still very, very useful in many aspects of the game. Then going on to round 98, I have a whole bunch of cash bears saved up, but I have to buy a shitload of towers here to be able to beat this. This took a long time and I ended up giving up. I got some really close attempts with a fairly standard setup that didn't really cost a whole lot more, but it just got so close and couldn't make it. I could beat it very easily if I used the Firestorm late, but I need that Firestorm up ASAP for round 99 or else I will not be able to beat it. Well, not ASAP, but for when the DDTs come out, which I end up getting there with that, but I did have to spend a little bit more money. And then the round 100 goes down super easy because I do have the Bounty Hunter and the Blazing Sun, so that's just going to go down. They're going to clean up the ZMGs, which set that guy to strong, and then we can take everything else out and win with 55,000 cash bear. Really, really, really cool strategy. It was a lot of fun to use. That round 98 was kind of annoying because I got so close to doing it without spending as much cash as I wanted to. Originally I was looking for like 60,000, maybe 65,000 if lucky, but that just didn't really come out. Still a lot of fun, and if you want to see this on another map, let me know. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!